And your wife, Stacy, be willing to cut your security detail from 150 sworn police officers and put those police officers back on the street where they can protect real Chicagoans?
So we're very proud of the work that we're doing collectively to ensure that our police officers have the resources that they need. As I've said repeatedly, it's policing and affordable housing, it's policing and youth employment, it's policing and mental and behavioral health care services. It's going to take all of us, the business community, the philanthropic community. We're working collectively with Cook County government, the state of Illinois, the state's attorney as well. The volume of cases that we are pushing towards the state's attorney so that we can continue to close out these cases as we really drill down with our detectives division as they solve crime, as they get the evidence over to the state's attorney, gives her the ability to make the prosecution so that we can continue to deter crime in the city of Chicago. That's a holistic approach that we're taking. Thank you.
Tim Black's BS detector.
Tim Black's BS detector.
Tim Black's BS detector.
Did anybody else notice? Did anybody else happen to notice that Brandon did not answer the damn question? Anybody else notice that? I noticed it. I noticed he ran from that question like a runaway slave. The reporter asked Brandon Johnson, "What's up with you spending all this money on your security detail, sir?" I said, "Brandon Johnson, what is up with you spending all this money on your security detail?" And this fool started talking about, we need to spend all the money on the crippled children in the schools and the law enforcement, and we need to. Folks, I'm about to break down to you really what's going on here. I was shocked. I said, family, I was shocked, and I'm not usually shocked by anything when it comes to politics, but I'm shocked what Brandon Johnson's been doing. Now, first of all, I can't get exact numbers about how much Brandon Johnson is spending or it's costing the city of Chicago to protect him and his wife, but let me just tell you, family, it is astronomical. So this is based on what's publicly available in the city of Chicago because it doesn't fully disclose the exact annual budget or cost of Mayor Brandon Johnson's security detail. It protects the mayor and his family, his wife, Stacy, his home, and City Hall. So it's 3 places. His wife, his home, himself, his wife, his home, and City Hall. The Freedom of Information Act request for detailed payroll, overtime, and event-specific costs has been denied. It's been denied. So people have tried to get the actual numbers, and they put up a roadblock. But what I can tell you, based on security protocols, multiple news outlets, opinion pieces, and social media discussions, they consistently report that the detail comprises between 100 and 150 sworn CPD officers. I can virtually see you. Nobody fell out their seat, so let me just repeat that. His security detail consists of anything from 100 to 150 sworn CPD officers. That is a substantial increase over the last mayoral candidate's security detail. In fact, I can't find another mayor that spent anything in the ballpark. Say, Tim Black, what did Mary Lightfoot spend? Well, she spent about $3 million annually, peaking at about $3.4 million in 2020, or roughly $155,000 per officer. That's salaries, overtime, benefits, and equipment, okay? Lori Lightfoot, $3 million. Applying a similar per-officer rate to Johnson's reported detail size yields an estimated $15.5 million to $23 million per year. When you start looking at other mayors across the country, maybe Chicago's special, and maybe what's going on in Chicago is a very specific thing. So what about other big cities? Well, Bill de Blasio in New York. He came in at about $3 million. Yeah, 2020. Just like Lori Lightfoot, nothing strange there. Catherine Pugh was the mayor of Baltimore. She was at less than $2 million. And we got other places, Denver, Michael Hancock, I don't know him. He not even at $1 million. So it is exorbitant. It is extremely high. It is outrageous, frankly. This is outrageous. This Bama got the Gucci level. He has the titanium platinum level security detail for him, his wife, his home, and City Hall. Nothing else is unprecedented what he's doing. Okay, there's another part of this that you got to understand, because just talking about money doesn't give it the full context. Brandon Johnson he cut things from Chicagoans. Not only did he increase his security detail and give himself this whopping wraparound white glove treatment, but he cut other things. Johnson set up his drawing criticism for hypocrisy, as the administration removed school resource officers, but affecting safety in high crime areas. So he removed the resource officers for the students to save money, but he wouldn't remove police officers from his own detail. How that sound to y'all? So let me get this right. I'm going to increase what I need to be safe, but I'm gonna take away what you had, which was for all the kids. This is all the kids, y'all. $15 million to $22 million. Removing that cost alone is more than the resource officers for the schools. The resource officer price tag was $10.3 million. What I'm trying to tell you is Brandon's security detail costs more than all the school systems trying to make sure the schools are safe for the babies. He sat up there and gave you a word salad that didn't have no salad dressing. It didn't even have a spritz of like lemon or something, a little zest to pick it up. Nothing. No croutons, no bacon bits, no cucumbers, no onion straws, nothing, fam. No feta, no egg, nothing. Folks, I want to just say this I just want to remind you. Brandon Johnson has between 100 and 150 officers assigned to him, his home, City Hall, and his wife. Trump has less security than Brandon Johnson. I just want to make sure we understand each other. So when the people that send me the long-ass emails trying to tell me, oh, Tim, you sound like a Trump supporter. I just told you, a fool sitting in the mayor's seat in Chicago that you ain't even know who this Bama was 2 minutes ago, who doing an ass-poor job, he done bankrupted Chicago. He got more security than a president who's had 2 attempts on his life. And your criticism will be of me saying I'm kissing Trump's ass. It sounded to me like Chicago's kissing Brandon Johnson's ass. So your criticism should be for Brandon Johnson, but for some reason, some morons will find it in their heart to write me long emails about what I'm not doing that they disagree with. You know what? You are a Democrat Party brainwashed individual. You need help. You do. You just don't know it. You're an addict. You can't add numbers. There is no reason why Brandon Johnson should have 100 to 150 police officers assigned to him. You know who assigned them to him? He did. And he cut the resource teachers, the resource officers, from protecting the kids in the schools. He cut their protection and gave it to himself and his wife. The U.S. president has between 70 and 100 service agents, not hundreds. I mean, I know it's always going to be people that are not convinced that this should be a story that should be everywhere. He should be getting roasted. Brandon Johnson should be getting roasted instead of sitting there looking like a chipmunk on steroids. His ass need to be roasted for this. This is a travesty. This is a total misuse of funds. And if we're going to give Tiffany Henyard the business and run her out on a rail, she deserved it. We definitely need to call up Brandon Johnson and give him all of the business, because this is a travesty. This is corruption, fam. All right. Let me know what y'all think about that story, man. I told y'all we coming in hot tonight. I told you I got something for you, fam. Had to read a little bit, but I want you to get the full gist of it. I want you to know what was going on. We want facts and data. All right. Damn fool. That's what he is. That's scumbag, man. I can't get it, man. Took the resource officers out of the schools to save money, but didn't cut his own security detail. Chipmunk looking up. All right, let's keep going, y'all. Let's keep going. Come on, Tim. Don't get chippy, Tim. Don't do it. Don't roast him, Tim. Don't roast him. He do to me look like the pastor's son that was touching all the little girls in the church. He does. He give me the vibe. It's always like this. Time I see him, like somebody about to tell him something about himself that he hoped they didn't know. Huh? You know, they always look scared. Like, every time I look at him, every picture, I can't believe they hired my ass. I can't believe I won this shit. You always had that I don't know what I'm doing face. All right, family, let's keep going.
The Tim Black Show streams Sundays, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, 10:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Wolfpack.